In recent days, Andre Ward has come out and said that he intends to clean out the light heavyweight division, just as he cleaned out the super middleweight division. To quote him directly, he said, "It's a tall task moving up in weight in general. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's not something that can't be accomplished. It's all locked in." He went on to say, "I'm coming for all the belts. It's not going to be easy to get them, but it never is." You have to applaud Andre Ward's self-belief and his ambition. This is why he's in the position he is right now as a fighter, undefeated, having cleaned out the super middleweight division, because he has that kind of self-belief. Now, I've gone on record and said that I don't think he'll beat Sergey Kovalev. I'm not sure that the Andre Ward of today is even the same Andre Ward that we saw beating the likes of Carl Froch and Chad Dawson. I'm not sure he's as sharp as he was then. And even if he was, I'm still not sure that he'd be able to beat Kovalev. We'll see. Maybe Andre Ward will prove me wrong. But I do admire his self-belief, his determination, and what have you. This is a man who hasn't lost a boxing match since I think he was 10 or 11 years old or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. He hasn't lost for an extremely long time. When you haven't lost for that amount of time, it gives you an incredible amount of self-belief. Will that self-belief combined with the talent and skill that he does have and the experience be enough to overcome Sergey Kovalev? And if it is, will he then go on to clean out the light heavyweight division? Beat the likes of Adonis Stevenson, Artur Beterbiev, etc., etc. If he manages to do that, we are definitely talking about an all-time great. No question about it. Some people may argue that he's already done enough to be considered an all-time great. Some people would say he hasn't. But as I just said, if he manages to clean out the light heavyweight division, in my book, 100% first ballot Hall of Famer. That's what he would be. What do you think? Can he do it? Can he achieve it? Or is that too tall a task for him? How do you see the Sergey Kovalev fight going? And I just have to reiterate, because this is, there are a lot of Andre Ward detractors out there. There are a lot of people who criticize him no matter what he does, who, try and demean him no matter what. And I find that disturbing. You don't have to like Andre Ward in terms of his boxing style. He is usually a pretty boring fighter to watch. He has a lot of the time a scrappy, messy style, particularly when he's fighting up close. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Either way, anybody who's objective would have to admire what the guy's achieved and what he's able to do. And like I was just going to say, I have to reiterate this statement I've made before about Andre Ward in his amateur days, because there are some people who are so hell-bent on hating Andre Ward that they claim, and they've been claiming this for a couple years now, that Andre Ward turned professional at super middleweight to try and avoid fighting at light heavyweight because he was, scared of people at light heavyweight? God knows who they thought he was scared of. But this is the absurd, ridiculous claim that some people are coming out with because they're that hell-bent on hating on Andre Ward for some strange reason. They claim he turned pro at super middleweight. He should have turned pro at light heavyweight. This is what they say, because he fought light heavyweight in the amateurs. Well, for these airheads who are saying this kind of stuff, many fighters, the majority of fighters, end their amateur career at a higher weight than they turned professional at. And the main reason is very simple. Because in amateur boxing, you've got same-day weigh-ins. It's very simple. So if you've got a same-day weigh-in, you're not going to be able to boil down 10, 15 pounds, dehydrate all that water weight out of you, and make whatever weight you're trying to make. You won't be able to do that when it's a same-day weigh-in. In professional boxing, the weigh-ins are 24 hours or more before the fight. So you've got a lot more time to dehydrate, make the weigh-in, and rehydrate. Well, you've got more time to rehydrate, basically, in professional boxing. Okay, so well, and also dehydrate as well as rehydrate, because sometimes you'll be in a tournament and you'll have several fights in the space of a few days, and you got to make weight for those fights. So yeah, that's the reason that Andre Ward didn't turn professional at light heavyweight in the first place, because most fighters don't. Most fighters turn pro at a lighter weight than they finish their amateur career at. And a good example of it is right now, you've got a middleweight, a guy who fights in the middleweight division, Hassan Ndam Njikum. Yeah, that guy fights in the middleweight division as a professional. He's currently in the Rio Olympics qualifiers, and he's fighting at light heavyweight because he can't make middleweight in an amateur tournament. He don't have enough time to rehydrate. He's no way he can get his body down to 160 and then rehydrate to a healthy weight on the same day. That's why Ndam's fighting a light heavyweight in this amateur Olympic qualifier and not middleweight like he's been fighting for several years as a professional. Very, very simple, people. Anyway, Ward is fighting at light heavyweight now. He's moved up, and we'll see what he can do. As I say, I think it's a very tall task trying to beat Kovalev. I think Kovalev will just be too powerful, too strong, but we'll see. We'll find out. Drop your comments in the comment section below, people. Let me know what you feel about Andre Ward. Can he clean out the light heavyweight division? How is he going to do against Sergey Kovalev? If he gets past Kovalev, how would he do against Stevenson and the rest of the guys out there? Some people are assuming that if he does beat Kovalev, that Stevenson will be even easier. But they're two totally different styles. Very different styles. Stevenson is a much more rangy fighter than Kovalev. Longer arms, more awkward, and he's a southpaw. That left hand comes at a very different angle than any of the punches that Sergey Kovalev throws. So I think it's a different fight. I know Kovalev is, at this point, rightly seen as a more formidable fighter than Adonis Stevenson, but styles do make fights. Anyway, let me know how you feel in the comment section below, people. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.